In the early 5th century BCE, Greece was a land of independent city-states, each with its own culture and traditions. Among these city-states, Sparta stood out for its martial prowess and discipline. Sparta was renowned for its rigorous training from a young age, molding its citizens into some of the finest warriors the world had ever seen. The Spartan way of life was centered around military discipline, and they were famous for their unwavering commitment to defending their homeland. At this time, Greece faced a growing threat from the mighty Persian Empire, led by King Xerxes I. The Persians aimed to expand their dominion westward, with Greece being the next target. Spartan King Leonidas I, a man of unyielding courage and leadership, understood that a confrontation with the Persians was inevitable. In 480 BCE, King Xerxes assembled a vast army and a formidable navy to invade Greece. His forces were enormous, reportedly numbering in the hundreds of thousands, and they advanced with relentless determination. The Greek city-states recognized the impending danger and knew they had to unite to repel the Persian invaders. A council was convened in the city of Corinth, where representatives from various Greek city-states gathered to discuss a unified defense. The Greek alliance, known as the Hellenic League, appointed Spartan King Leonidas as one of its commanders. Leonidas understood that defending Greece against the Persians would be a formidable task. He decided to make a stand at a location that favored Greek warfare tactics, the narrow pass of Thermopylae. Thermopylae, which means hot gates in Greek, was a natural choke point along the eastern coast of Greece. It was flanked by steep cliffs on one side and the Aegean Sea on the other, leaving only a narrow passage for the Persian army to advance. This terrain played to the Greeks' advantage, as their smaller force could hold off a much larger enemy. Leonidas and his advisors chose 300 of Sparta's finest warriors to form the core of their defense. These Spartans, along with several thousand other Greek soldiers from various city-states, took their positions at the entrance to the pass. When the Persian army reached Thermopylae, they were initially taken aback by the sight of such a small Greek force blocking their path. However, Xerxes was confident in his overwhelming numbers and believed the Greeks would eventually yield. For several days, the Greeks held their ground at Thermopylae, repelling wave after wave of Persian attacks. The Spartans, with their legendary discipline and skill, formed an almost impenetrable phalanx, their bronze shields and spears creating a nearly unbreakable wall. Their shields were packed so tightly that not even a mouse could pass between them. The heroism of the 300 Spartans became legendary during this battle. They fought with unwavering resolve, fully aware that they were likely facing their own deaths. Leonidas himself led from the front, setting a powerful example of courage and leadership for his men. Xerxes grew frustrated as his attempts to break through the Greek defenses were repeatedly thwarted. He even sent emissaries to King Leonidas, offering him wealth, power, and control over all of Greece if he would surrender. Leonidas' response became one of history's most famous quotes, "Molon lab," which means, "Come and take them." Despite the Greeks' valor, the situation at Thermopylae was becoming increasingly dire. A local resident named Ephialtes, seeking personal gain, betrayed the Greeks by revealing a mountain path that allowed the Persians to outflank them. Realizing that his position was now untenable, Leonidas ordered most of the Greek forces to withdraw. He and his 300 Spartans, along with a few hundred others who chose to stay, remained behind to cover their retreat. The final battle at Thermopylae was a desperate last stand. The Spartans fought to the death, their bravery and skill earning the respect even of their Persian adversaries. In the end, Leonidas and his 300 Spartans were slain, but their sacrifice bought precious time for the Greek city-states to prepare for the Persian invasion. The Battle of Thermopylae, though a Greek defeat, became a symbol of heroism and sacrifice that inspired the entire Greek world. The sacrifice of Leonidas and his 300 Spartans galvanized the Greek city-states, leading them to unite and form a formidable defense against the Persian invaders. The decisive Greek victory at the naval Battle of Salamis, followed by the land victory at Plataea, eventually forced Xerxes to retreat from Greece. The Greeks successfully defended their homeland and preserved their way of life. The story of the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae continues to captivate and inspire people throughout history. It symbolizes the enduring human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds and stands as a testament to the ideals of courage, sacrifice, and unwavering determination. The Battle of Thermopylae remains a shining example of heroism and valor in the annals of history. The sacrifice of King Leonidas and his 300 Spartans, along with the other Greek soldiers who stood their ground, echoes through the ages as a reminder of the indomitable human spirit when faced with adversity. Though they perished at that narrow pass, their legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of those who hear their story. The Battle of Thermopylae stands as a testament to the power of unity, discipline, and the willingness to make the ultimate sacrifice for a just cause. It remains an enduring symbol of what it means to be truly Spartan, to confront the impossible with unwavering resolve, and to stand as an example of courage for generations to come.